Hi everybody. Last time I couldn't get a good visual of the mixer down here, but we're gonna make some bread, some very simple white bread. This is actually an Amish recipe and it will make 2 loaves. So you're gonna start with, and everything's just gonna go in here at least at first. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of lukewarm water. I have 3 in here. But let's see if I can do it without goofing up. Lukewarm is considered, I think it's 105 to 110. And I use this because I don't want to goof this part up. You don't want to scorch your yeast and you don't, I know, I'll take a cup out. How's that? Should I do that? Maybe I should. No, I'll just give it a go. Let's see. Move about a cup in. And this should be exact. Boom, shakalaka. Look at that, right on the meniscus. Da-da. So 2 cups of lukewarm water, and then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of yeast. Now, I had the fast acting, so that's what I'm going to use. And I like to kind of broadcast it around. So I put it in here and it expires in 2 of 25. So let's pray over this, okay? That's all I had. I'm gonna make this dang bread. So there's 1. And let me do this to the side so I don't really goof things up. Okay, 2 tablespoons. Look at that, look how close I am. Girl, you got it going on. Don't speak too soon, right? So 2 cups of lukewarm water, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of salt. We're gonna put that in. I have pink Himalayan, I guess it'll work, right? All right. And then some sugar, so it feeds the yeast. So we're gonna put in 3 tablespoons of regular sugar, and I did measure it out. So let's get that in there. Sugar, I can't help it. I sing everything. There's a song for everything. Dana and I go back and forth with all of that. Now, we're gonna add some lard. If you wanna use Crisco, go ahead, but look. I bought this in Amish country. And if you're on any baking sites, especially the wedding cookie one, that's mostly here from Pittsburgh, you're gonna find out lard is it's different than just like Crisco. Crisco is vegetable shortening. This is animal fat. This is what every diner in America used to use. Wow, the pie crust is so crumbly and delicious. Why? This is why. So with bread, that's what we're using. We're going to use melted 2 tablespoons of lard. Lard. Oh, it's starting to coagulate, but I think it'll be all right. So we'll get that in there. I got to make sure it's exact, right? And our mixer is going to do the mixing. What do you know? And then I will, I smell the yeast already because that's a good sign. I will take it out at some point and manipulate it with my hand. So, okay, so we have 2 cups of lukewarm water, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of lard, 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to put in 5 cups of flour ultimately, but right now we're just going to add like 3. So let me get this over here. And I'm not a scooper, I am a fluffer. So this is down below here. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Can you see me fluffing? Just aerates it a little bit. Some people put a whisk in and they'll use that. That works really well too. But then I just kind of lightly do this. Works for me. I'm not, well, should I sift it? I don't know, should I sift it? I'm not gonna sift it. Mixer, you're doing your thing. So I'm gonna put in 3 of the 5. There's 2. I'm going to use my dough hook. And here's the 3rd one. Now you're new with me with this little mixer, okay? So we'll see how we do this together. I didn't really practice other than that other biscotti I made. And it beat the pulp out of that dough that day. This is way heavier than my KitchenAid stuff, but it just goes right on. So let's go. Get on there. and then it clicks down, you'll know. I am going to put the covers on, both of them. This has two. So let me see if I can line it up and lock it in. This one is also locked in. So I'm going to start it on low. Low is like still fierce. Ready? And all I want to do really is beat it a little bit until it's like kind of rather elastic, okay? I actually am going to have a written out recipe for you with this one. What do you know? Da, da, da. I'm doing a happy dance because I remember. Hope I remember. Oh, plug it in. There's a thought over here in a weird part of my kitchen. There, it's plugged in. And this thing is the optional thing. You can put a blender on it, and it has a separate motor. Believe it or not, it has a goofy separate motor. Okay, here we go. I'm timing it. I'm going to time it up. It's been 2 minutes, and my recipe says to add a little bit more flour. I'm just looking. It's kind of weird looking. So I'm going to add another cup. See, I can just do this without lifting heavy anything. I'll put this in here. I could take the whole lid off if I wanted to. I'm going to go back on. It was exactly 2 minutes. I'm going to time it again. Ready? I just put the other flour in, and now it looks like dough. I think I'm going to stop it and look at it. Okay, let me like really look at it. Take that off. I am gonna scrape the sides. There's really not that much on the side, which I'm happy about. Oh, heck, I forgot. It has an additional little thing that you just slide on, and it's called a scraper. I forgot about that thing. See, I think I went to wash all the parts and didn't have that. Oh, this is very sticky. It's very doughy. What do you know? I'm just experimenting here with y'all. But this recipe is a nice one, so that's why I wanted to do it in here. Okay, let's turn it on again. You wouldn't want to have this lid off with the kids around. This would be brutal. So, since I'm a kid, sometimes I think I'll put it back on. I'm going to just do this 1 more minute till it looks a little drier, you know? And then I'm going to take it out and make it into loaves and let it raise up. Okay. BRB, 2 minutes, tiny bit over 2 minutes. It looks like this. This particular recipe, I've never done the whole way to make dough. So it's still a little bit sticky, but I'm supposed to manipulate it a little bit with my hands and then shape it in the pans. So that's what we'll do. What I like about this is one of only 2 things that doesn't go in the dishwasher with this, is it's pretty easy to clean. You know, I mean, you just do this with 2 and then just soapy water will work. Yeah, this is a little bit sticky, so I think that's how it's supposed to be. So we're gonna get this out of here. I forget if you turn it clockwise. Yeah, clockwise, and then the whole unit comes up. I'm gonna move it over to the table and we'll dump it out. So this unit is like really pretty light. So I unplugged it. I'm just gonna wipe it off and move it out of the way, and then I'll move my dough over here. Okay. Okay. I had some flour there. Okay. Has suction cups. Woo! Come on over. Okay. I'm gonna go get my dough and we'll do it here. Okay, I'm back. I put a little flour on the board. I think I put too much on, but the dough was sticky. Look, it's still sticky. So what you want to do is have a little pile of flour to the side. Like when I'm making pie crust and stuff, I do this. So I can just reach over and put my hands like that, and then it doesn't stick. See, this is a bench scraper, which is wonderful. I just flip it around until it doesn't feel sticky. See, that feels sticky. So I'll put a little flour there. Not much. You don't want too much. Okay, and let's see if I can do it with my hands now. I should not have my ring on. Oh, I made that mistake the other day. So I'm going to be gentle. Look and see, that's sticking, so you do that. Okay, and I like to, I'm a folder. See, I just kind of keep folding it around. This dough is still warm from the mixer, believe it or not. Okay, kind of gonna just push it, fold it. Oop, sticky, 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 sticky. Get it over there, you. More sticky. You know, you get used to different recipes. This is a different one for me. And you know me, sometimes I use my bread maker, right? But it's a nice dough. Oh my. Okay, let me finish pushing this around a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna put one of the 2 loaves, this makes 2 loaves, in here, but it has to raise up in a bowl that's greased on the bottom and a little bit on top of the dough. Okay, it'll raise up for, I forget what this one is. I do have a recipe. Let me read it. Da-da-da. Place dough in greased bowl and grease the top also. Cover it, keep it in like, you know, a warmer area. Not too hot, but just like not cold or no drafts. And till it doubles. And then I punch it down and do that again. And then we can put it in here. I'm going to make some dinner rolls out of the other loaf. Okay, so let me get going. I'll finish doing this and put it in a greased bowl. I just did this for a couple minutes, but I thought something was important. When dough is now supposed to be like firm and elastic, that means it's not going to stick. Okay, and then if you watch, it kind of pulls back itself. It just kind of like it's almost alive. Okay, see how it does that? Not sure if you can tell on the camera, but it's elastic and kind of firm. Okay, and not sticking to my hands. So now I can cut it in 2. I'm abusive, like this. Best way for me to get a good measurement is to do this. Let's see if I go right down the middle and then across. That's pretty close. Now, was I supposed to do this now? No, but I did it anyway because I got to get it in the bowl. Let's go. I actually set the timer for an hour. And I put it on my stove, but nothing else was on or warm. It was just in a place I could see it. Okay, it did. It poofed up. And we have to punch it down. And I'll just flip it around and we'll let it rise again. You don't want to do it too vigorously. You just kind of poof it down again. Okay, maybe I'll flip it though. We'll flip it. Come here, you. This side feels more wet. And my 2 loaves just became 1. But I can cut them in 2 again. Okay, I'm going to cover it back up. I don't think I'll have to do it an hour this time, but I'll peek at it in about a half an hour. Everything else goes in the dishwasher except these 2 pieces. This is like a shaft thing that goes up in the middle and you just like can twist it off. Pretty interesting. But I want to show you something else I got. Maybe some of you have this. You'll recognize just this part of it. This little sucker. Pretty powerful. I like because it doesn't have electricity. Okay. And I'm going to show you some smart things, like even that this is sloped and not flat, because yeah. And a big potato can fit in here, and it's concave, so it fits around whatever it is, not just flat, because when it's, anyway. I'm going to show you this. Lindsay, I bought you one too. Alicia, I bought you one too. I can't help it. You'd think my love language was gifts, but it's not. But I just find good stuff at good prices and things I like. It's kind of like Oprah's favorites, only it's Shirley's favorites. Aunt Shirley's favorites. Okay, our dough raised up really nicely another time. And I'm gonna punch it down and put it in my 2 containers. I decided, here, look, watch, just. Oh, I want to divide it, that's right. Let me divide it now. Come on, you. Help me out. There we go. I can manage it better. I'm going to do one like a traditional loaf of bread. Put But I'm going to do little mini loaves of bread and take them out of the freezer as I eat them. What do you think? Also, maybe I'll jazz these up, the dough. I'll put like Asiago cheese or something like that in. What would you think of that? So, let me do this. I think I can just manipulate it like this. It's kind of wet. I like to fold things onto each other, onto itself, like this. Like keep making like you would like a mozzarella ball or a pizza. Okay, so that you kind of have a seam on the bottom. I should have put some flour or something down here, but I didn't. Oh, and I didn't do this either. I'm gonna go around the sides. This is, I think this is avocado oil in this container. I have different ones for different oils, and when I wash them finally, I don't tend to mark them again. So, okay, so look at the bottom. See how I'm pitching it in? That's your bottom. And then a nice little log. Go to sleep. I don't want the middle to be too much bigger than the side, so I go like this and just try and get it as even as I can. See, I'll flip it up real quick for you so it doesn't fall like that. So I don't want the middle too big. Now I do have to cover it again, and it'll raise up really quickly. Now I'm going to divide this one in 4. So let me pinch it, pinch it, and then I'll do one of these. I'm going to round it first. And now I'll pinch it again. It doesn't look like it's big enough for 4, but twist it off. Yeah, it's not. I was going to make rolls, you know, in my cupcake pan. But I thought, no, this isn't big enough. And this is going to, I don't know what this is going to look like. Come on, Charlie, get it together. You're forgetting stuff. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. Okay, that's one. Hey, it fits in there pretty snug. This dough's nice. Now, you might be thinking, I ain't got time to let that raise up and punch it down. You know how long that took me? Punch, punch, punch. Okay, fine. The mess is kind of when you're flipping it out. Okay, one more. Ready? Pinch and twist, just like a mozzarella ball. Okay, tuck, tuck. And stretching out. I think I am going to jazz up the top of some of these. Maybe, like I said, some Asiago cheese, some garlic salt, something fun. And there they are. I don't know if you can see without them falling out. I'm going to raise up. I'll tell you how long it took for them to raise sufficiently, okay? I forgot something. There's a lot of air bubbles, and you know how you'll get a piece of bread and it'll have bubbles? Even though it has to raise up again, I am going to give it some pokes. So if there's any air and it wants to come out, do it now. These little ones are so cute. Okay. Yeah. And if you want to, it's going to rise. It'll almost double, really. And then it'll be 350 degrees for maybe 35 minutes for this, but a lot sooner for that. Will I put them in the same oven? Yeah, but I'll just watch this one. Here we go. I put garlic salt and Asiago cheese on the little guys, and I just put nothing on the top of that. These little guys are so cute, and they're really hot right now. But they'll be perfect. I'm gonna cool them, wrap them up real nice, and we can pop them out kind of one at a time, right? I put garlic salt and Asiago on, and then my just regular loaf. I didn't like butter it, and I think that was a mistake going in. I didn't put a little bit of spray or butter. Here's a tip. If you want your top not to be crunchy, you know, like this is just white bread, spray it with a little bit of water right when it comes out like this, but I don't mind it crunchy. How about you?